Good evening, or good morning, good afternoon. Depends when you're watching this, really. But hello, thank you all for joining me. Tonight we get to paint big bugs, or Tyranids, as they're called in Warhammer 40,000. But as I'm not 100% sure. Oh, wait a minute, something's happening. Wait a minute, I'm going to have to go set my phone out in my pocket. 1 minute, I must still be on YouTube. 1 minute. There we go. No, I just shut that off. Shut up. Quiet. Stop the phone. It's stopped. Yes, I am putting my gloves on at the moment. As I said, I'm running a little bit late this evening. I'm running a lot late, actually, because I was supposed to be here yesterday. So I'm running really late. But I've got my gloves on now. So I don't get my hands covered in paint, which is good. Always good. Okay. So, yeah, I'm painting my Tyranids. Now, I've realised I've not sent any links out, so I'm going to cheat. And I'm going to put the link in the chat. Which is a bit risky, I know, because anyone can then pick it up. But, what's life without a little bit of a risk, eh? Good evening, Hedrich, and good evening, Beaky, by the way. Thank you very much for both joining me. I'm just going to pin my message quickly at the top so that it is pinned and I can exit YouTube. I don't have to sit there with that open anymore, and I don't get any feedback or anything like that. Pardon me. Okay, so tonight I'm going to try the colour scheme out on this little fella, which is the Winged Tyranid Prime. Now, for a Winged HQ, he's not my first choice. I would have much preferred to have got a Winged Hive Tyrant. But I didn't get to choose what was in the box set. I just got the box set, and I've still got models that I'm happy with. Can't really complain, because all these over here are all... Let's move over. All them over there are all the other models that I got from it, as well as some more back there. So I can't really complain that I didn't get the exact model that I want. Good evening, Lee. Good evening. Thank you very much for joining us. They've not been on yours for a while, mate. How's your trains coming along? Oh, and I don't want that there. I want that there because I want to dry brush this first because of the grey. The grey's a little bit too shiny, shall I say, on certain areas. So I just want to sort that out if I can. Just dull it down a little bit. I have so many. If you only knew, Hedwich, if you only knew, this is nothing compared to what I actually possess. I think I'm somewhere in the region of about 500-600 of them now. Total models, somewhere around that region, because I've just got another 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, I've just got about another 70 odd in that box set. So, all in all, yeah, I do have one or two. And as you could probably well imagine, it does do my missus' head in a little bit because there are a lot of them and they take up a lot of space, especially in the small little house that we have. They take up way too much space, really, for a house with 3 kids, 2 adults, a cat, and not enough room to swing said cat. So I'm just giving a little bit of a high dry brush just to pick out those higher edges that I would like to be brought out a little bit further than the grey, bringing them out. So it gives them a slight higher peak on it. Now, I don't like using pure white, so I've never liked using pure white, so I use ivory for this. Pure white, the pigment on them is the way, just far too much pigment in there, and the distribution and the mixing is not always the best on them. So sometimes you end up with big clumpy spots and Other times it does actually go on nice and smooth like you want it to, but not often enough for my liking. Hence why I use iPhone. Bless you. The hearing in the background there. Now, I do have a new microphone tonight, and it is my first time using it. I'll show you briefly. See, nice new microphone. That is all courtesy of the legends themselves that are hiding in chat of Beaky Buzzard. Thank you very much for sending that over, by the way. That is eliminated Chipmunk voice completely. Completely, it's eliminated my Chipmunk voice. I do also have a guest now. Now, he will not be doing Warhammer 40,000 stuff, but he will be doing model railways. If you'd like to say hello to, well, his name's Lee, but I'm going to call him Lay because he can't say Laz.
I'd say Laz.
How are you doing, Lee? You all right, mate?
Yeah, not too bad.
So
I like the. Yeah, I. This is the first time you're going to see this setup, but my bench puts yours to shame.
Oh, is it a mess? Oh, jeez. Yeah.
No, not a mess. It's bigger. Put it this way: I've got an A1 cutting mat, and I've still got more space. It's 4 foot wide, but it's actually 6 foot wide. Is that jealousy?
No, I'm not jealous. Why would I be jealous? Just because you've got a desk that's probably about 4 foot.
I've got a room. I've got a room.
Oh, shush it. I've got a room as well. I just have to share it with everybody else and the television and sofa and everything else in the living room that I have.
Yeah, no, I'm working on fences.
Fences? Ooh, very nice. Well, my next stage, now that I've finished my rough dry brush, is the Chittinan or Chittinan. How would you pronounce that? No, it's Chittin.
Well,
is it Chittin or Chittin?
This is the first time next couple of weeks. It'll be the last time you'll see this setup. I'm going multiple cameras.
Oh, so you're finally upgrading to what I've got then?
No. I'm upgrading even more. I'm going 6 cameras.
How are you going to get them all on screen with other people?
The software you use.
So it'll split it up automatically for you.
Yeah, OBS.
Oh, so you just be running them through OBS, and you can share your screen then through StreamYard and have other people look as well.
Yeah. I'm not going to just be using StreamYards. I'm using this software called Prism.
Prism. I've not heard of that one. Care to elaborate?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's basically the same. You can convert. You can use your StreamYards on it as well.
Well, I'm going to look into my StreamYard first before I get something else on that. I would like to upgrade my StreamYard to be 1080 if possible.
Yes, it is a lot better. I'm on it, but I'm not streaming at the moment. I'm only joining panels. I like this new option they give us. Watch.
Which one?
The option we can type from StreamYards.
Well, we could always do that anyway.
We've
always been able to do that.
No, we couldn't. Not as a guest.
Yeah, I've been able to do that. No. At least as far as I can remember, I've always been able to do that.
No,
from growing up on JVs and.
No, yeah, you used to have to pull. No, you used to have to use the YouTube chat.
No, I've never used the YouTube chat. I had to open a separate window for it, but that's because I was using it on my phone, and I have to open up a separate window for anything on there. But no, as far as I'm aware, you've always been able to do that on StreamYards.
No, they're bringing a load of new options coming out on StreamYards as well.
I know they've had the option recently, so we can change our layouts, which is why we're all on the other side of the StreamYard logo now.
Yeah.
Because whenever I had someone up, whoever was at the top, if I had a full panel,
Yeah.
whoever was up at the top was losing, getting lost in the under the StreamYard logo.
I don't have that problem. I've got no logos. I haven't got the duck. I'm on the paid version.
No, I've got the duck.
Yeah.
I've got to have the duck.
You've got to have the duck, yeah.
Yep, it's not nice. It is not nice.
Hey, it keeps you busy.
It does, as does these things, because I'm still not 100% on whether or not I like the colour scheme that I've chosen.
Is that a dragon?
No, this is a Tyranid, big space bug.
Oh, yeah. That's a sore point. That
What, dragons or big space bugs?
dragons are no longer streaming together.
Oh dear.
We've gone our own ways. She wants to go go solo, so I've let her do it.
No. If she can go solo, she can go solo.
Yeah.
But the best of luck, providing everyone leave on amicable terms.
Yes, we're still good friends.
Then good luck to her.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, so that's quite a nice purple actually. I'm gonna have to. I'm not too happy about some of the bubbles and streaks that are being left behind. So it's almost definitely going to have a dry brush afterwards, just to bring out those highlight edges again. But the great thing about this speed paint, it's the original one.
It's the original speed paint.
Yeah, so it's the one that reactivates when you paint over it again.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing in some cases. In my case, it's a good thing.
Yeah, I've done a nice airbrushing job as well. I'll get it.
Well, with these ones reactivating, when I intend to dry brush back over it again to highlight the edges of the edges of the armour there aren't quite standing out as well as we would really like them to. If I dry brush over it with the ivory will then mix with the reactivated paint and tone it nicely back in with the undercoated, whatever the undercolour is. So that should be nice. Let's just have a look. Oh no, is that the train you got the other day? When you got one sent and you said you got a spare one?
No. This is one I built, scratch built this for Crossways. It's actually a memorial train, this, for a friend that's going to be run on the layout. That's a crane I'm building. The train you're talking about is the 08, and there is another train, if you'd watch one of the other unboxings of F9 chassis I got sent, and I've got another video coming out Thursday to do with that. On a scratch build train I've just built. I've just built a train out of two different chassis, two different things.
Oh, nice. I shall have to check those out. Now, I missed the other unboxing. I say I missed it. I could always go back and re-watch it.
Yeah, I could have got. Yeah, I got a trail cam as well.
Ooh. Right, I'm going to take you off full screen in a minute.
I've got a good supporter of the channel, Pete Webster, that's well and truly supporting me, sending me gifts left, right, and centre. I wouldn't have this workbench this big if it wasn't for Pete Webster.
I've got to say, I also have one of those supporters myself, by the name of Beaky Buzzard. I wouldn't have this camera. And I wouldn't have this nice blue. Well, I wouldn't have the silver version or this version of the mic.
Is that the one he dropped off to you?
This is the black version. He's also dropped me off the silver version. So I've got two of them. I have a backup now.
Yeah, the good mics. I've got a mic. I've got the No, I can't see it because me light above. I've got a big plate light above my head. I've got a CMT Tech USB mic that I can pause.
Well, this one's got 3 different
God,
settings on it. I mean, I was playing about earlier, and I think this is a setting that I like. It seems to be picking me up okay. So I'm quite happy with
yeah,
this
the
setting.
audio on that. Leave it on that. Leave it on that setting. One thing I will say that I have a habit of breaking on them is the lead, the USB lead that goes from the Blue Yeti. It's the snowball mic you've got. The lead has a habit of breaking, so be aware of that.
I've got multiple replacements of that leads already. It's because it's the standard small USB, not the new one that comes, not the newer small USB, but the one before it, the same one like the PlayStation 3 leads and stuff like that. It's that lead, so
yeah,
I have a fair few of them already because the Xbox uses it as well as my old PlayStation uses it. A couple of old phones use it, so I've got well and truly enough spare leads should that one go. It's the one for the black one where I'm running, where I've only got one other lead and it's currently attached to a printer.
I've just ordered what we've just ordered one for sending to Sprue and Globe. Dave, he broke his, so I've got it. I'm sending him one in the post. Another YouTuber friend.
Well, I did reach out to Discourse Miniatures when her microphone went down, which is the reason why I have the black one.
She's not in today. Where is she?
Oh no, that's Sinscape you're thinking of.
Oh well, I'm thinking of the other one.
Yeah, Discourse has never been in mine. Discourse is too big to be in mine, I think.
Oh, you're not too big to be in streams.
You are when your hardware's not working, which I think is her case at the moment. A lot of her hardware's not working. She's having to replace PCs and soundware and all sorts. So if she does reach out to me,
it. Oops.
Oh, don't break things. That's not good. Is that yellow? Now let's see how well this yellow contrasts to this purple on here, or am I just going to be making a huge mistake?
Yeah.
I hope not.
Where are we up to now? I'm sick to death of doing
Here with a lot of it.
I'm sick to death. All I've been working on all day is fences. I've been repairing the fences right round my layout.
Oh, you've got a lot of fences on your layout as well.
Yeah. Because I've finally... that train you're talking about, the 08, I've finally got a running video of that on the channel. And it's running on this element. At last, I've finally got trains running. I don't record off my GoPros no more. I don't record off my webcams no more. I've got a proper camera.
Well, so the next thing is going to be a SD card for the GoPro, so I can record a little easier. Oh, actually, record, should I say?
Yeah.
So at the moment, I'm struggling to. I was actually record a video of me putting the rest of these together from the box set.
Yeah. Well, I've got... This isn't my camera. It's borrowed. It's my other half. She bought a new camera. And I've got that.
Ooh. Is that a 150?
It's a Nikon.
Yeah, I know model number. Is it a C150?
30X on the side.
A 30X. Ooh. Yeah. And he's got a hand gimbal as well.
Yeah, it's not a movable one, but it does the job.
Yeah, it'll help you stabilise either way.
Yeah, especially with me getting in the original room. I'm getting back. I've got
the loft.
Yes, I've started back on the loft. where my channel started. On that layout, I'm just waiting up on. If you'd have seen that unboxing video with that train in, there was a load of track, wasn't there?
Yes.
That track's going to come in handy on that loft layout. I've got big plans. So I will be getting up there. That's where my channel started.
Well, you were Anfield Road layout in the loft. It is there for.
Yeah.
It is your channel name.
Yeah. And when I go in anything now, if you notice, I change it Anfield Road layout in the hobby room. When I go up on panels, I change it because I'm in the hobby room, because I've got two layouts officially. I've got the Alan Melwood and the loft one. So
Depending where you are, depends which title.
But I am starting another channel, but it's not me that's starting it, it's my other half. She's going to be starting a channel off.
Ooh, what's she doing?
We're going to be doing photographs and wildlife stuff.
Do you get a lot of that near you?
Yes, I'm going to show you something what I've actually had sent to me recently, and this is off another Peter Webster.
Another Peter Webster or off Peter Webster?
Off Peter Webster, the guy that comes in my channel.
Yeah, it's with you saying another. It's almost like you're referring to people that send you stuff as just general Peter Websters.
Put me on big, and I'll move stuff, and I'll do a little unboxing or something. I've unboxed it, but I'll show you what it is. Wait till you see this. If I can get into it.
You realize 90% of my problem is that fact that I never look up from what I'm painting.
Yeah. It is actually a trail cam. What you put out in all weathers.
Oh yes, no, this was on the
That was
an actual camera trap.
Yeah, proper one. I'm looking forward to getting this set up.
Let's see what you get in your garden, eh?
Yeah, I know what we get in the garden. We've got squirrels. We've got all sorts that are in that garden. So I know.
Squirrels?
Yeah. We
That's
get
not wildlife.
They're
rodents and pests.
The R one isn't though. It's cool. We've got.
It's a grey squirrel. It's a pest.
Yeah, we've got red.
How have you got red in Liverpool?
Yeah.
I don't think there was any red left up here.
Yeah, there is. We've got them in Formby. There's a bit. They're restricted in Formby.
Well, they're protected everywhere because they're going out, aren't they? Slowly but surely. They're giving it a bit of a kick and a scream as they go, but they're going.
Yeah.
They are definitely going. Except for that one little island where they're down south and they're ridiculously protected. Yeah. And I can't remember what the little island's called now.
Yeah, now I seen you were on and I was gonna.
Where's
Tresco.
Cresco Island.
Tresco.
Oh, Tresco Island. That's where the super protected, is it? Ah, little freak flip, don't we?
Yeah, I would have been working on these fences, so I thought, what better way to work on them than come and hang out with you?
I don't know, maybe someone who's got some talent who could help you. Yeah. I see you didn't disagree with that one.
No, I didn't actually.
No, but thank you for coming up because it does. I do like talking to you because it's a different side of the hobby that I don't tend to go into because I do like model railway trains, and I think everybody does from a certain age upwards, and that's it. We never really lose interest in them from there.
No, we don't. We don't.
It's just whether or not we take it up further in adult life. I didn't. I changed over to plastic soldiers. Well, I can almost guarantee that had I not taken up plastic soldiers, I would be in the model railway or the tanks or the planes or the Yeah, I'm
Yeah, but
painting and modelling something.
I'm actually not just doing trains. So now I build other models now. I'm starting to build kits as well, plastic kits. I have got a plastic airfix kit coming to the channel. It's going to be a good build.
Nice. See, Airfix are nice kits anyway.
Yeah, well, I've got the Jaguar uh, ZX, whatever it is, Jaguar. But I'm not building it to that. I'm building it to that spec, but no, the graphics aren't going on it. I've got NASCAR in it. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be a good build. It's going to be an interesting build.
So it's not going to be a stock build.
It's it's not going to be built to the box. It's going to be built as an American NASCAR.
See, the purple and yellow are definitely striking.
They are. Do you know though? Yellow brings a good colour out. It's a good colour there. It does look good though.
I mean, I want it to stand out against my Space Marines, which I feel.
Oh, you're still working on those Space Marines?
Working on them. I've just got a load more.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I've just got a Librarian in Terminator armour, a Captain in Terminator armour, 5 more Terminators, 5 more Sternguard Veterans, 10 Pyroblasters, a nice new Dreadnought, which is bloody massive. Yeah, I've got a load of new Space Marines, but in the box set I also got these nice buggy alien things. So rather than sell them, I like the models, so I'm going to paint them.
Yeah, I've done nothing. That labyrinth is still over the other side of the room. I've done nothing with them yet.
Well, I've got stuff that I still need to finish off.
Yeah,
so
I have.
The chariots.
Yeah, I've got stuff I need to finish off.
Our pile of shames just never seem to go down. They only ever seem to get bigger.
Oh God, I've only got 3 more fences to do.
3 more. Only.
Yeah, and then that's me. I've had enough today. I've been in the hobby room most of the day. I need to go and spend some time with Jackie then.
Oh, this is me only just sitting down and to do it. So.
Well, I'm usually. I've got to be up early tomorrow. I've got a flagging job to do with me and my brother at my mum's. So I've got to start doing. I've got to start.
Loads of free labour issue, your mum.
Yeah, I'm working with my brother. It's even worse.
Oh yeah, don't work with family.
No, it's not that bad with my brother, to be honest.
I say I've worked with my sister before now, and the only reason we got on is because I was stood behind one counter and she was sat in an office, so we never spoke to each other while we was working, and we got on great. It was fantastic.
I just hope I've got enough toothpicks.
What, for your brother?
No, no, for this. I'm running out of toothpicks. I'm actually, my supply is low on my scratch. I've been doing that much scratch building recently. I'm running out of scratch build stuff.
Oh, I need to get onto some scenery building. I've not quite got enough to fill the board that I need for playing the new edition of this, which is what these have come for. Or come with, should I say.
Do you know what? Do you know another idea for boards? Have you ever thought using carpet tiles?
It's not the flat section, it's the 3D part.
Oh,
I've not got enough. Yeah, so it's the physical buildings and things like that I don't have quite enough of to. I've got enough to be able to put them on the board, and it would fill it to a degree where you can play. But I don't have enough to go right now. That's an actual full board worth of scenery.
Yes. Yeah.
I do have to borrow and makeshift bits out of boxes or tubes or other
Yeah.
models. I mean, more than once I've used my stomper as a piece of scenery just because it's big and huge and takes up a lot of room. All right, now I need another colour on him. See, that purple and the yellow is fine, but I need another colour. And it's going to have to be the weapon colour. Now, I've got two choices for the weapon colour. I can either go red or I can go green. Pardon me. And I'm not sure which one I would like to go.
Both colours are nice.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. As I was
There's
looking at this, basically, that's what it would be like if it was green. That's what it would be like if it was red. So both would work.
which is it? Citadel you paid with, don't you?
Well, that's what I mean. These are army painter at the moment that I'm using.
Oh, you're on using army painter at the moment.
Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, so I'm using the army painter speed paint 1.0.
Yeah, can they be those army painter? Can they be airbrushed?
Yes, basically these are ready to just go straight in the airbrush and the speed paints.
Are they? Oh,
They're not designed that way. They're not designed to be like that. They're supposed to be a one coat, one chop, boom, does all your highlighting, does all your detailing.
yeah. Have you not got your airbrush back yet?
Well, it was never my airbrush. It was my brother's.
I know it wasn't. But you treated it as your airbrush.
I will be getting it back soon. Well, now that I've built all these.
Yeah. Do you want an? Have you ever tried in your airbrush? You know when you're thinning your paint down.
Yep.
I'm going to show you something now on camera.
Okay.
It works.
Bring you up again. Good evening, Kirsty. Hello.
It's glycerine.
Glycerin.
Glycerine in the airbrush. Put two.
Yeah, it works like a thinner, doesn't it?
No, it works as a flow aid.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, and that's what I done on that. That's why it come out the way it did. You want to see what an airbrush sprays like with 2 drops of that in.
It's similar with water.
I don't use water though. I use airbrush thinners right through, either airbrush or acrylic thinners. Hello, Kirsty.
No. What I find water works just fine. I think green's going to be the one that I'm going to use. Green's going to stand out very well.
Yeah, green is going to stand out.
I think it's just going to make it ping that extra little bit more.
Yeah, before I put that away, I need to clean that nozzle. I don't want to be little neat. I've not finished yet anyway.
No, I know. Yeah, cleaning is the one bit about them I was really not overly happy with. It takes so long to clean them if you don't get them right.
Oh, you know, in between airbrushing, they say, you know, just do a quick clean. Sometimes if I've used a different colour, I will not chance just running cleaner through it.
Nope, I run hand alcohol.
I've never tried that through it.
No, just one of these squeegee, one of the hand sanitizer stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it just dissolves the pen and gone. It just clears through. It's like, yeah, you might as well not have been there. Just blast straight through a lot of it.
Oh, I'll have to give that a go.
Then all you do is run water through it until it's running clear.
Yeah, I've got to get an airbrush. I want an airbrush cleaning pot.
Oh, one of the ones where you just put it in and you just fire it and it just cleans.
Yeah, but you can. I've seen a lot of people mixing the bowl. Nah, that's not for me.
Yeah, I've done that.
I don't like it. I think that's when you start getting problems with your airbrush.
I only do it if I want to adjust the colour that's already in there.
Yeah. Other than that, it's mixed in a bottle, innit?
Yeah. So if I've got black in there and I want it a slightly lighter tone, and I want basically, yeah, I'll add a bit of ivory in, mix it in, next
Yeah.
tone, bit more ivory, and I'll use it to gradually grade it up that way.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, not really.
Yeah, I use the. Wait till you see these bottles I've got.
Well, standard dropper bottles, if you've got any empty ones, should work fine.
Yeah, no, these are ones that I got. Look at them for bottles.
Oh,
You
they're
do
decent
them
size then as well. What are they? 100? Or
at 50
50
mil.
mil?
But the squeezy bottles with that, but you get an excess with them. These come off. These come off a site. Have you heard of the selling site Timo?
I believe I have, but I've never bought anything from it because it always looks dodgy as sin.
No, it's not. It's UK based.
Yeah, that doesn't help it stop being dodgy.
Yeah.
That just tells me that it's dodgy from close by.
I've had no issues. We've had no issue. It's even got a little fat needle dropper. It's ideal for your paint, even. But you can leave that off and just squeeze it straight in. You can even add the ball bearing into it and use it as a proper shaker.
I was going to say, having it as a proper shaker is one of the better things because otherwise all your pigment's going to settle to the bottom.
Yeah.
That's why you do need a shaker in them.
Oh, there's bits out there. You even get for them the little thin needle things.
What, for the micro application?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wow, yeah. So yeah, really small application should you need it.
Yeah.
You could almost paint with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Where were they from? I've got drawers everywhere now and shelves everywhere now.
So I'm still in the process of trying to get round to setting up a 3D printer.
Oh, have you got it?
I've got a very basic FDM printer, but the processing board needs flashing, and I need to have a look at it properly to see. But at least it's here, which is one stage closer than it was.
Yeah, that's true.
Left of centre, I hope you've kicked the rabbit hole. What's it with you? I'm assuming Beaky's talking to Kirsty there. Okay, so Mr. Winged Nid Prime. What do I need to do on thee now?
Right. Where are we up to?
Here with a lot of it. Oh, sorry, that's not what the question was. You really know.
Now I'm looking at. I'm on a scrounge at the moment, trying to see how many.
A scouser on the scrounge? Oh.
Hey, we're always on the scrounge.
I know.
If we can find something that costs us nothing, we'll do it.
Oh, yeah.
But all the same, the way we're living at the moment, it's a hard game for us all.
Oh, tell me about it. I mean, I'm looking at, I mean, if it wasn't for Beaky, I'd still be running off my one basic phone, and that'll be it. That's all I'll be running off. My entire operation, apart from the piece of cardboard that I'm using and the cutting mat, it's pretty much been upgraded by Beaky.
Yeah. Oh, now my other half's ringing me.
What are you doing on that stream with that monkey and you wanker?
I'm going to be moving off this bench anyway. I'm starting to wake now anyway. I've finished what I was doing.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Now, do I run?
I'm going to mute my mic.
Fair enough. That was a bit abrupt, but yeah, you did exactly what you said you was going to do. You muted your mic. So, do I paint along these bony ridges here? Do I do them purple to match the shitting part and leave the skin the yellow? Let's see how well it goes over the top.
I'm going to jump off anyway, mate.
No worries, Lee. You have a good night, mate. Enjoy the evening with the wife.
I will do. I'm gonna probably the best. I'm gonna clean what I need to clean out. And I've got a busy day tomorrow. Well, I'll be on YouTube first thing, see what I need to catch up on, and then that'll be me.
So it's a nice, easy day, hopefully, for you tomorrow.
I'm at mum's, aren't I? So that's not bad.
So not necessarily an easy day, but certainly not a YouTube-filled, packed-on screen day.
Nah, it's only Wednesday tomorrow. I've got a video due out Thursday, because Thursday's my upload day. Sunday at the moment no live streams, unless I decide this Sunday I'm at a loose end and I may go live. Other than that, there's no purpose live stream no more on a Sunday. There will be. I will be back.
I was going to say, wasn't that pretty much when Dragon came up with you as your Sunday streams?
Yeah, and now she's started streaming.
So, well, you can always go up and stream on Sundays, and I know other people do come up with you.
Yeah. Oh,
so
I've already got a following. I've already got a following that'll come to me. They all want me back. I will be back.
To Daddy.
They all want me back, and I will be back. It's just at the moment I'm taking some time out on my Sunday stream. I'm getting stuff done. Oh, you do? You do. Yeah. The way my bench is, it ends there. Where my hand is there. That's the end of my bench.
I see. I can't actually show you the end of my bench because my hands don't. You know the size of my bench. My bench is like 2.5 foot.
Yeah, my bench is an 8x4 sheet. It's half of an 8x4 sheet. 8 foot. It's
so that'll be a 4x4 then.
4x4 bench. 4 foot before, but it's then it's got another 2 foot on the end.
Ooh. So is that extra little bit of room though does make a big difference. That extra 2 foot gives you somewhere to put the stuff to one side.
No, I've actually got where my hand is here. Past there is all my mouse and all my stuff that is not on the work mat.
That's why your PC stuff's kept firmly away from anything that might.
No, apart from my keyboard. My keyboard's right in front of me.
Alright, I'm the other way around. I keep my mouse close to hand.
I do. My mouse is literally there.
So let's see if I can change the colour and make it show up. Yeah, there you go. There's my mouse, but my keyboard's like way over here this side. Because I don't really need my keyboard while I'm up on stream.
Yeah, I do the same. When I'm up on, when I'm streaming myself, the keyboard moves. Because the laptop will get made redundant. Once I get the big tower, the laptop will get made redundant.
Let's see, I probably use a laptop.
It's done me proud.
Oh, the reason I say I can probably use a laptop is that way I could actually move out of the living room. Because that's where the PC's set up.
Yeah.
So if I had a laptop, I could put it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Heck, I could even take it outside with me if I was outside.
Yeah.
And I could stream from anywhere I've got a strong enough connection.
That's a problem. I'm always effort cabled in. Even now, I'm effort cabled in. I've actually, to be honest, the system I'm going to be running when I bring the video, all I'm going to say, eventually it's going to be 3 monitors.
No, I'll stick with the 1. And I don't need more than one really.
No, not with your setup you don't need one, but you only need one, but mine, I've got the big train table, and I need to have different stuff on different, not duplicate screen, different stuff on different monitors.
Yeah, so you would make use of the monitors as opposed to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have this. I'll have different. I'll be having different things, but my laptop will still be on YouTube. That'll still be there if needed. That's going to be set up where it is now. Just use YouTube only. I won't be streaming off it. But thank you for letting me come up.
Not a problem, Lee. It is always a pleasure to have you up to talk, my friend.
Yeah, no problem. You have the rest of the good night, and I'll see everyone again. See you, Becky. See you, Kirsty.
Becky is Beaky.
Beaky.
Yeah,
Beaky.
you know the buzzard from the cartoons
Oh
from the Warner
yeah.
Brothers
Oh,
cartoon.
I'm not. Yeah, sorry. I'm not. I'm getting tired as well. I've been in the. Sorry, Lars.
Bloody Becky! How did you get Becky from Beaky?
Oh, it's me all over. It's me all over.
Go get yourself a coffee or something, mate. Go get yourself some
No,
head sorted.
I know. Thanks for having me, and I'll see you again. I'll probably try and call in next Monday, mate.
Well, hopefully I will be up next Monday. I know I'm late this week, but that's because I was putting the rest of this box set together because it was taking for bloody ever.
It
You should
does.
have been.
It's a hobby, not a job. That's the way
I
you
don't
look
know.
at it.
You,
I know some. You think
yeah,
it is it's meant to be a hobby, not a job.
yeah, it's supposed to be. It doesn't always quite work out that way,
No,
but
it
it's
doesn't.
supposed to be a hobby.
Yeah. I'll see you again. Thanks for having me. See you all again. Bye for now. Laters.
I need one of them closing monologue thingy, my bobs. And Lee's got bye for now. EB's got be good to yourselves and all that lot. Dan's got unplug and do something epic. I need to think of a way to sign out for me. Get off your ass and paint something. There you go. That might be mine. Rather aggressive though, isn't it? Oh, so he's looking nice now. As I see how he's reactivating a little bit as I've dry brushed over it. That's working well. I'm liking that. I'm liking that weather. You can also put my ivory. Thank you very much, Lee. Yes, if you wish to hit the like button, the subscribe button, or any of those buttons down there, feel free. Go ahead. They're there for people to interact with. Dislike, like. Wait till I've finished. Leave comments. Oh, come on, you've all used YouTube. You know how this works by now. I don't have to tell you how to do it. What I do have to do is make sure I get enough paint off there to make sure I'm not doing too much when I go over all this. That's what I don't want to do, is paint it all white again, really. But I do want to make sure I catch enough of it so that the edges and the highlights pop out. Even on his, I'll have to go back over his underside, I think, just to do a bit of cleanup. All in all, he's not doing too bad. He's not doing too bad at all. Dude dropping a nice deep blob of purple in down behind his neck, though, right down there. I don't know. It's difficult to see, but there is a grey spot right down the back of him down there. So I'm just going to try and get some purple in it if I can be so lucky. Apparently not. It does not want me to get purple into that spot down there. Alright, fine. If you want to play that way, we can play that way. You annoying little shizen. But that's not too bad for what? 50 minutes work on a character model. It's not bad at all. Now, I was going to paint the Carnifex this evening, which is the big boy with the giant claws. But then I realised he was going to be absolutely massive and probably going to take me ages. So I decided I'll try it out on him first. And I am reasonably happy with this fella. I'm going to pick out those sections again with the purple, just because they did get a bit washed out when I went over it with the ivory a second ago. And I want it to stand out a little bit more against the yellow. Particularly along this darker edge down here. And we'll redo his tail again just to make sure we get that right. I'm actually going to blend a bit down the back of his tail just so it kind of merges in. Overall, I'm quite happy with that. That does mean the next stage is pretty much basing the damn thing. Fun days, eh? Then you see, if the weapon's going to be green, that means his brain's going to have to be green. How do I think that's going to look? Well, I suppose there's only one way to really find that out. And that's to get the green. And paint it in. So try putting the green in there like so. Let's see how. See, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Just getting into all the nice little nooks and crannies. I like that. I like that. I'm going to stick with that. So green is going to be my weapon colour. I know I probably said I wanted red last time. But that's the great thing about being able to change your mind on the fly. I can. I'm allowed to because I'm in the middle of doing it. So green, purple, yellow seems to be the three basic colours that I shall use to be painting these Tyranids. Got some more brain bits in there. Some more brain bits in there. And that's a lot of shit in armour. I don't know. Oh, chitina. I'm going to have to figure out how to pronounce that word. Because it sounds like I'm swearing an awful lot, and I'm not. I'm describing a form of carapace, essentially. Or trying to describe carapace, and it sounded like I'm swearing. So as far as I'm aware, the link is still up there. So if anyone is watching and obviously you are one of the people who wishes to come up, obviously while I'm live, don't do it while I'm not live. I can't bring you up if I'm not there. But yes, while I'm live, you feel free to click that link. I'm quite happy for someone to talk to. But if I have to talk to myself, I will do. So next stage, because I'm going to leave him as that. Bit of glue, basing with the same thing that I based the arc with, because that's a good basing material and it will look good for Tyranids as well, I believe. So next for this big boy is purple. Lots and lots of purple. So essentially purple up. The top of him there. Just make sure I get that plate that's going right down the centre of that big buggy brain of his. Okay, my phone has just gone nuts and I have no idea why. My phone has just gone absolutely crazy, so sorry about this. Bear with me one moment. Was that my phone over there going nuts?
It sounded like it was, but I don't know. I heard something. I thought it was coming from near you, but it might have been there.
Okay, something's going crazy near me and I'm hearing it vibrate, so.
Do you want me to have a look?
It's okay, I'll go check. It's only there. Put the brush down. Plus I could do with give him a brush and rinse anyway. Back in 2 seconds. Well, a bit more than 2 seconds, but I need to walk across the side of the room. Not quite sure what it was. That one?
Yeah.
No, it shouldn't be. That one should be on complete silent. And I've no idea where the blue one is. So.
Well, something was definitely vibrating.
That doesn't sound good, does it? Something was vibrating and I don't know what it was. Change that back to blue. I like that being on blue. Nice mic stand on blue. Mic stand? Headstand. Headphone stand.
There it goes again.
Right, that was definitely something over this side, wasn't it? So what on earth is on here? That could be going buzz buzz. I really don't know. I don't know what it is. Something's going buzz buzz and I don't know what it is. It's going to do my absolute chuffing head in now. Ideally, I'm supposed to be making a triangle with my arm so I can paint this steadily. In case you don't know what the triangle your arms, you basically put your elbows on the table and then your hands meet in the middle. And you make a nice little stable triangle. Well, that's the idea. Doesn't always work with me, but then again, most things that should work with normal people don't seem to work with me. I'm just odd like that, I guess. So next, purple and green. I've got to fit the yellow in on this one somewhere. I'm not quite sure where the yellow's going to fit. Or how the yellow's going to fit, for that matter. And there's only one real way we'll find out, and that's when we get there to the points where we have to do the yellow. It's going to be a lot of these tentacly bits around the front of his mouth. A lot of these. The tips look like they're going to end up being green. And I've definitely got a bit of metal there to do on his on the pipes and the bass. But then I've got some more yellow and green bits possibly here at the bottom. We shall have to see when I get around to it. See, as I don't make a complete and utter plan, because, well, I don't. I think I've taken that little motto that I heard off a TV show a little too far. So planning isn't necessarily my greatest strong suit. In case anyone's wondering what it is, you're going to have to go find it yourself. It was from the Aquabats. And that is AQUABATS for Aquabats. And if you can find that little thing about planning that they use, then you will understand. If you cannot find that little thing about planning that they use, then yeah, I'm afraid you won't understand. I see my partner's chuckling in the background because she knows exactly what I mean because she's seen Aquabats. Which is surprising for me how I even know about it because I had no children at the time when I found out about that. So what was I doing watching the child's program? I was looking after my niece. That's what I was doing before anyone gets any silly ideas. And it was hilarious. Aquabats was funny. Aquabats was so funny. It was not written for children. It might be designed and marketed as though it was written for children, but that program was not written for children. It was just too good. That's a lot of purple I'm having to put on this. A lot of purple, and there's even more in the back there. Look at all that I've got to do. They certainly don't mess around, do they? Nope, they do not. So right around the back of this one. So this is what is it the neurophage? Can't remember what this one's called now. I know it's the psychic attacking one. I think he's got anti-psych abilities, so he's quite good against Grey Knights and Thousand Suns and some Eldar units. Those are heavily reliant on psychers. It is pretty much like the counter for those. I think it's got anti-infantry, or is it torrent it's got to make sure that it gets its attacks off, but very short range. And the other little thing, they released the index cards for this game, and they give you stats for this monster. But it came with these two little ones, and they don't give you stats for them in the indexes, but they do give you stats for them in the little book that you build them with. So I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with these. Whether or not they've got two little helper things, or whether or not it's just one big unit and the helpers die first. Because it looks like he's got two other little helpers attached to the back of it. If you look down there, essentially. That's where them two extra green spots are. It's essentially looks like these things. Just not come off him yet. Almost like he breeds them. Oh, it breeds them because I don't think Tyranids have the concept of male or female. They just make the organisms that they require. And then when they don't require, they break them back down into biomaterial to be made into other things. I think Silent Green. Only more buggy. unless like, oh, we're gonna feed the human race by feeding them humans. It's not that. It's the practical use. We don't need all that anymore. Let's melt it all back down and make it into something that we do need this time. Kind of how the Tyranid biomatter and absorption goes. They don't, putting human ideals into it doesn't work for them. Does not work at all. Look at all the backs of the spikes here. There's going to be a lot of purple on this. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the colour purple, otherwise I wouldn't have chose it, and it's not a bad film either. But still, it's a lot of purple. Have you seen all that? I mean, it makes the green stand out quite well. But I'm starting to lose track of which bits I've done, which bits I haven't. I've got dry brush all this yet with the ivory just to help bring out those details again. Surely didn't have to put this much all over it. Actually, yeah, they probably did, just to go, look at what we can do with our modelling section. We're showing off we're still the best model makers in the market, even though other people are coming up and making models. That's what I think they've done. And I realise they have to put something a little bit extra special out because people are going, hang about. These other STL files that I can buy are just as good. So, just to make sure that they're not losing too much money to the 3D printing market, I believe they have upgraded and improved their main sculpting and design sections, because they have done a very good job with these. I don't know, whinge about Games Workshop and the prices and some of the business practices and backtracking on things they say when they say basically they don't want people like me playing their game because of agendas and pandering. And then they realise, oh crap, people like him are like 80%, if not more, of our purchasing customers. So they backtrack like bloody hell, and then, they've never had my trust since. And then they started doing the ridiculously overpriced sections. And price rises and price rises and price rises when it wasn't really needed. To be honest, the price rises that they've put on it are just stupid. I've not got a drink. That's not good. Karen, could you make me a cup of tea, please? Look, if anyone ever's lucky enough to have a partner like mine, then do not let them go. Do never let them go. Tie them to the radiator if you have to. I'm getting really dodgy looks from that one. And my cup's in the kitchen. You might need a swallow because it had that coffee concoction that I sometimes make. For anyone who wishes to know what the coffee concoction is, it's 3 teaspoons of hot chocolate, 1 teaspoon of coffee, 2 spoons of sugar, and 2 spoons of coffee water. It's quite a nice drink, if you like that kind of thing. You mean you might not, you might think, oh, That sounds disgusting. I don't ever want to try that. That sounds revolting. Fair enough, you don't ever have to try it, but yeah, it's not a bad drink actually. It's what I've been drinking today. Yellow. It's painting all the yellow. No, you're supposed to go into the gaps. Not bubble up into bubbles. Some of these tips are going to need to be painted green as well because they're all spiky. But all the tentacles are going to be done in the yellow. So thank you for all my current viewers for staying with me. So I'm actually trying to get better at painting, and part of that is getting the speed part of it down. It's not the easiest to get it to look good and be able to do it quickly. There's two quite different skills there. I'm working on both as much as I can, and I believe my painting skill is getting a little bit better, especially if you go back and watch some of my earlier videos. Yeah, I believe that I have at least improved, if not dramatically, which is good. Improvement is always fun. And quite often, what a lot of people don't realise that practice will make them improve, even if they don't get the exact results they want straight away. Keep trying. Keep trying, keep practicing. So there we have well on our way to having another model somewhat done anyway. So let's go back to the green. As we all know, we need a 3-colour minimum. 3-colour minimum to have it what they call tabletop ready. So you're not just going, oh yeah, mine's just black and white, my armour. You spray painted it black and dry brushed it. Come on, you can do more than a monochrome. Which is why I don't mind the 3-colour minimum. Because it means you've got to put at least some thought into and what certain parts do. So these nice barbed tail parts, obviously weapons. And I know that his brain is a weapon as well. It's got a shooting attack. So those are the bits that I paint green. So you know that's the bit it's attacking with. Those are the dangerous bits to stay away from. Yellow bits be nice fleshy bits. And purple bits be nice hard hitting armour. We'll have to wait till they dry. But that's... See, I'm getting... Actually, I'll put it up there. That's probably better. You can see it on the screen better.
I like that.
Yay. Dilemma. I have a hot cup of tea and I need somewhere to put it. I need somewhere to put it that I'm not going to knock it off or accidentally use it as my water pot. If I move... if I move that and move Warboss Karen, or War Bitch Karen, sorry, and then I can put that on there. Yay! Yay. So, going off this bottom bit down here, I'm going to have silver to do, I know that much because of this pipe. But I've got a fair bit of other colours to do in there. I'll take the paintbrush out of the bloody water, otherwise it ends up hooked and we don't want that. So, who do I still have in this evening? Because I know I have a couple of people watching me. And although it's not crucial, it is always nice to know who's watching, who's talking. If there's any new people, hello. Please introduce yourself so I can recognise you in the future and we can have a bit of a chat. If you are a long time lurker, just let me know. That's fine. Okay, so that's enough of that green on that section. We'll blend it out to a bit more of a yellow. Round all here. And in this section. Just because it is the base biomass. As I just spotted under there is a gentleman's face. So I'm going to have to do that in a different colour. Thank you very much, Games Workshop, for sticking a face in the pile of... Yeah. So let's get Crusader skin. I should only need a little bit of this. I hope. Let's hope we don't have too many more faces on bases. Faces on bases, yeah. God, I'm sad for even finding that funny. That's not much different than the bloody yellow. Cat, really? It's a broken box.
It's a box.
It's definitely your bloody cat.
Oh, cat's like...
It's definitely your cat. In case you're wondering, the box that I got the microphones from Buzzard and the headphone stand with microphone extensions has just been overtaken by my cat. She decided she wanted to sit in a broken box because it was completely broken. Sides were missing. It was not fit for purpose anymore whatsoever. Unless you're a cat, apparently, in which case it's perfectly fine for you to sit in it. It's just the right size. See, there we go. Now, I know a lot of that looks dark and shady and shadowy, but seeing as you're going to be seeing it from that angle a lot of the time, that's not too bad. Now, is that some more brainy creature underneath there that I could do with? Let's just add a bit of a different colour in there. Just to see how that works out. Well, that works okay. So we're going to add the same bit of a different colour into the back of this one as well, on this side. Yeah, there we go. It kind of extends its fleshy bit a bit more. Stops the back of it from being quite as just purple and green. That, I believe, is not too bad actually. So I'm going to get a dry brush, and did I bring my silver out? I hope I brought my silver out. Yeah, there it is. I have silver. Well, lead belcher anyway. But I've not given it a shake, so let's give it a bit of a shake. Tiny bit of it out. Get it on there just to help dry brush it off a bit. And then we try and pick this thing up without making a complete pig's ear of everything. Because it didn't let that yellow set properly, it's now got a bit of a yellow tinge to it. Wonderful. But it's not actually detracting from the piece itself, so I'll let it off. It does kind of look more like a rusty old pipe now. And in more places I just want to clean up a little bit of yellow off. Try to just get a little bit more metallic-y if I can, so it's not quite as yellow as the rest of what's going on around him. That's not bad. We shall come back with a dry brush in a minute, I think. I think I've earned myself a little bit of a 5-minute rest while I have a brew. Just a 5-minute one, not too long. Just basically, I'm just going to wait for this to dry, and then I'm going to dry brush it again with the ivory to try and get it to those type of levels rather than those type of levels. And people are going, what the bloody hell's the difference? There is a very, very minor difference. So while I'm taking my break, I'll show. See, and whereas you can see a little bit, see how you can see the actual segments of the armor a little bit easier on that one, and deeper recesses makes it easy to stand out. Whereas this one still looks a little bit flat, so if you dry brush over these sections, hopefully it'll bring it up into more like this look. That's the idea. So that's going to be my Tyranid paint scheme against my pardon me, Space Marine paint scheme, so they should stand out quite nicely against each other. So if they do ever meet each other on the battlefield, well, A, they look completely different anyway, so there's not going to be much difference between the two. Well, it's going to be loads of difference between the two. You're not going to be able to tell, pretty much. And that's the point. I want it to stand out so much from each other that it's easy when you play it. Very easy. So, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, let's carry on. Which is carrying on with an ivory dry brush. Once, also, I go through so much ivory paint, it is just not right. It's like my number one paint. I use it more than practically anything else except for black. And black I use mostly because I prime everything in black. And then zenithal from there if I need to, and etc. So, although I do use black more than anything else, this is just like the godsend of colours. Have you actually dried yet? Or are you just looking like you're still wet? No, you are still looking like you're still wet. And these bits that I actually need to go back over. Just because I didn't want to get overlapping colours too much, so I missed certain areas out a little bit just to just to make sure that I didn't overdo certain bits. But now I can go back in and I want them little pools a lot darker. So I'm going to go back in. I'm really gonna layer it in that section. Okay, so there is good. There is very good. Now, moved it back a bit too far there, but yeah, that's looking much more in the way that I wanted it. See, I was going to do this big guy tonight, but then I realised he was massive and I wasn't sure if I was going to be happy with the colour scheme. So I thought I'll try it on the other ones first. These two just happen to be my two HQs. I really should have tried like the Leapers or something first, or maybe one of the Termagants. Or Termagants, sorry. Or the Barbgaunts, or the Neurogants. Like just one of the little models, the little tiny things. As you do get some little diddy ones in this box set. Let's see if we can pull one out. There he is. He'll do. And you get like little. And you're thinking he's not that small. And I'll tell you what, I'll put him next to him. And he is diddy. He's tiny. He's the smallest one that you get in the box because even the low level troops, the bog standard troops, are actually bigger than him. And they're on bigger bases. But I could always proxy these for Termagants, which are the ones with the little rippy claws and not the shooty guns. So it's not all bad for them. While I'm waiting for you to dry, what are you going to have on you? You're going to have little green bits there. Green bits all across there, okay. Purple bits round there, down there, then yellow, then green. Right, okay. That's alright actually, these little ones. I don't mind a look at these little ones. So let's start with the purple. Because I can. I know there's a lot of painting tutorials and people who will say, do this, do this, do this. Now, I can't say they're wrong because it works for them. So there's obviously something to it. I found I can't always follow the way that they've said. Either I'm just unable to use that technique. I don't have the things that they're using. So if they're using an airbrush, then if I don't have an airbrush, I'm not using it. So I found the best method is, by all means look at those videos. But you will eventually find your way of doing this. Once you've found your way, stick with it. If you're happy with it, stick with it. I mean, I mentioned Discourse Miniatures earlier on. They have, and I say that they have one thick coat. I don't want it. She didn't want to sit there painting everything 3 or 4 times. Just one thick coat, get it done. Boom, painted. To a degree, I kind of agree with that. Because I don't like to paint everything over and over and over again. But there has to come to a point where it's like, well, you're sacrificing detail for the sake of a little bit of time, and it is only a little bit of time, really. So, although I do like the one thick coat idea, and that's why I like these speed paints, because it is kind of that premise of just one big thick coat over the top, but it's not actually that thick. So I do kind of get it, and it's nice, and you can still get good results from it. But personally, I'm gonna still try and add that little bit of extra detail into that if I can. That's only, of course, if I can. If I can't, then I'm probably going to make a complete pig's ear of all my models, and I'm going to end up having to strip them back down again and hopefully not melt them into little piles of plastic if I use acetone. But then again, that hand cleaner should work. Hand cleaner should work. I hope. So if I do mess up, I can hopefully just try alcohol hand cleaner or hand sanitizer, and that will strip off the paint from a model for me without too much issue. Or at least strip it back down to the primer. If it strips it back down to the primer, that's practically perfect. So here we go. Back of the little Neuraloid, which you don't get stats for unless you get the box set for some strange reason. Still don't understand why they've done that. Give you a set of stats for a model in the box set, but when they go, here's the thing you're supposed to use instead of the codex to play all your normal battles, it's not there. Brand new model, not even in the codex or the index. Sorry. So what were they thinking? What were they thinking? I don't think they were, is the honest answer. I don't think they were thinking. Okay, so let's see if I can get these 2 Neuralites done before I'm ready to dry brush the big thing. Then I'm going to dry brush the big thing, and I'm going to see how it looks from there. Get the thing in the camera shot. Otherwise, there's no point having it. I don't want tips of his little tentacles down here to be green, because there is poisonous whippy barbie things. Yeah. They're the things he actually attacks you with when you get in close quarters with him. So those are the things that are going to cause damage. So I want to look a little bit more dangerous than the standard flesh color. And some people are going to go, oh damn, he looks horrible, he looks gaudy, look at all the colours he's used. They're aliens. They don't follow colour theory. They've absorbed orcs, they've absorbed humans, they've absorbed Eldar, they've absorbed bits from the warp. They are not bothered about aesthetics. Well, they're not supposed to be. Obviously, the company that makes them is, because they want to make them look as cool as possible, so they sell as many models as they can, as well as for a brief period, they will be absolutely huge on the tabletop. I believe Tyranids are doing quite well at the moment, which doesn't surprise me. Necrons did the same in the last editions. Well, in 9th edition, and Death Guard did the same in 8th. And of course, Space Marines are going to have 1 or 2 power units. Everyone's going to go, oh, if you're just going to take them, I'm not going to play. And for once, this is a rarity for me, I don't have that unit. I don't have the I'm not going to play unit, which is strange because I usually do. I usually manage to find some way for me to have that I'm not going to play unit. But it's the Desolation Squad, I believe they're called. The new rocket launcher guys for the Space Marines. Those are the unit that I'm missing to guarantee that I don't get an opponent. At the moment, I can kind of argue, it's like, look, I've not even got the power units, I've not even got this, should be playing a reasonably meh army. And then throw a load of Terminators at them, and they go, you said I was going to play a meh army. It is compared to other Space Marines. So I could try that method. But that'll probably get me banned again. Or at least people not wanting me to play me again. So I've got a feeling it's all going to be Gravis and standard Mark 10 for a while. Until everyone else is getting a bit comfortable, and then I'll start throwing Terminators out. Once more codexes and stuff arrive and people start evening out a little. Because I know I'll be getting my codex first. Space Marines always get their codex first, so I'm going to kind of put that off for a bit. Just so I can stay on an equal footing with everybody else I'll be playing with, hopefully. That's providing, of course, they actually agree to play. The last time I got declined. Don't know why that is. Actually, I do know why that is. But I'm not going to say it because... Well, it makes me sound like a bad player and a greasy player. And I'm not. I do play for fun. It's just that I have a tendency to notice something and then it's like, oh, so that's how they're supposed to work, and then I'll go with it. In the case of 9th. Rerolls. I figured rerolls were how he's supposed to play. Yes, that's it. Thank you. Thank you very much, Fargrim. Desolators, yes, I don't have any of those. Now, they're supposed to be the OP unit of Space Marines at the moment. Anything even remotely at their level is like, no, you can't be doing that. That's just too powerful. So luckily, I don't have Desolators, so I shouldn't be getting whinges or complaints about people wishing to play. Doesn't mean to say I won't, it just means I shouldn't. Okay, so there's the Neuralites. That means that is the Neurogaunt, and that means that big thing back there must be the Psychophage. Okay, so at least I'm learning my new models that I didn't know about in the past. Because, yes, there are a couple of new models that you get with this box set. Psychophage and the Neuraloid being 2 of them. I'm not sure, was the Winged Tyranid Prime already out before this box set of Leviathan, or did we have to... is the Winged Tyranid Prime something new? Not 100% sure on that. Move you out of the way a minute while I set up my dry brushing area again. Right, you big daddy. Let's give you a nice dry brush over, just to make sure that your edges are nicely brought out. I know this is hardly the most professional technique in the world. Then again, I also don't claim to be a professional. I am a complete amateur painter who does this on YouTube for no other reason than I need time to do it, and I get peace and quiet if I'm on camera. Because, well, nobody wants to be on camera. It's great how that works. So yeah, that's better now that I'm going down over it. Things are starting to stand out a little bit more now. See, I was looking a lot better. I mean, it's not looking brilliant. I mean, there are painters out there who would have already, A, I've finished painting it, and B, I've done it to a better standard than what I currently have. I mean, I could name a few names. If you are a hobby enjoyer already, you probably know most of those names already. Especially where painting is concerned, although there are a couple of new ones that are coming up. Synscape Studios being one of them is a nice new up and coming one as far as painting goes. And then obviously you've got the already established Ninja, Miniac, Squidmar, and a few others to boot. They're all really, really good painters. And they seem to all be much, much faster than I am. JV, how are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? The link is in the chat if you wish to call up. It's been so long since I talked to you, mate, that if you wish to call up, I would be actually quite happy. Because, yeah, it has been way too long since we spoke, and I've been up anywhere near your stream. And that is not on purpose. I haven't been avoiding your streams. I've just not been in the correct frame of mind to be doing it. He does look a little bit angry, doesn't he? So that's a nice Neuraloid painted. Neurophage. No. I can't remember what it's called. I've already said it. Yeah. Big brain bug. Flying bug. Two little brain bugs. That's how we're going to refer to them, because I can't. Yeah, I'm going to have a look what it's called now, because I can't remember its name. Where's it gone? Yeah, so the big things are Psychophage. Barbgons, Neurogons, Termagons, Vonlines, Leapers, Screamer Killer, Neuraloids, Neurotyrant. Why couldn't they give me a Hive Tyrant? Would have liked a Hive Tyrant. Oh well. I'm going to have to find a way to get a Hive Tyrant somehow. They've not dried yet. Which means I have to use the age-old dry faster you bastard technique of blowing. Now, I've got no idea how sensitive that new microphone that Buzz has sent me is going to be, so if this is coming through really, really bad, I'm sorry. That he's going to have to wait to dry. Okay, I'm just going to check something because... No, it is. It was that phone that was on. It's that's been making the buzzing noise all night. This little phone here. Because it's been buzzing, not silent. It's supposed to have been on silent. So for my first two, as my testers, to see how my colour scheme works, I'm quite happy. I can use a hairdryer, but it's too noisy for like 11:05 at night. If I was doing this in the middle of the afternoon, oh yes, I would have a hairdryer out already. So easy. But yeah, because it's so late, I have to be careful of things like neighbours and children and people asleep. Noise complaints, stupid things like that. But I'm going to be up at 7 o'clock in the morning and he had that noise going when I didn't want it going. Oh, for God's sakes. Why can't people be like me and sleep through earthquakes? No, with these paints it's not too bad. As long as you don't blow the colours out of position. So if it's too wet, you can actually blow the colour around. And then it messes up. But majority of the time, nah. You're fine. That's why it's called the Dry Faster You Bastard machine. Oh, he's got a slightly more greeny tinge to him. So at least I can tell those two apart now. Move my thumb. And they go with big guy there. So, to get these two finished, I believe I'm down to one last section. Really? I wasn't expecting to get this far with these two, to be quite honest. I wasn't expecting to go anywhere near this quick. Although, then again, I have been using speed paint. So, kind of my own fault. I should have expected it. Speed paint, go quick. So I'm just going to go get my basing material. Really? My basing material this quick? Yeah, my basing material. That's very quick. I just move that out of the way. PVA glue on my desk. The basing material should be in here. What have I just stood on? Bleeding Nerf gun. Bloody Nerf gun. Of all things to stand on, a Nerf gun. Why is a Nerf gun right next to my desk? Stupid question. I know why on earth comes right next to my desk, because all my son's toys end up right next to my desk. It's Daddy's desk, and that's where things end up. So I know the answer, really. I was just being daft. Right, so PVA glue. Little dollop on the base there. And then spread it around. I didn't get enough on. There we go. That should definitely cover all the base now. I don't want to really get any on the model if I can avoid it. But I do want to make sure all the base is covered when I stick it in that. Well, it's tea leaves I think I'm using. Is it remember rightly? Tea leaves. Or sleep tea leaves. From Pucker Tea, which was bloody disgusting. That's how it ended up becoming basic material. Let's spread all that on there. Then we open up this. Give them a good rummage around in there. Give them a good tap off. And there we have him on a nice grasslandy base. Now what I will probably do is water down PVA this, because there are small sections of that will pop up purple and different colours. I don't know if it shows it on here as much anymore. No, it doesn't. Right, okay. But yes, there are. It will pop up different colours because it is a sleep tea. It's not just a normal tea leaf. So to kind of blend in and out with each other. But as a base level here, this is what I'm using for basing. And this will be pretty much across the board on every model I do until I run out of them, in which case I might go buy another pack of tea leaves, depending on how many I get done and how many I've got left to do. I might change it. I might go for Astro Granite on one of the others. But at the moment, as I have tea leaves, I am using tea leaves. They're working pretty well. So I'll make sure I get the glue all around it first. Come on, just a little bit. There's a little bit of glue in there. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. There you go. That's a good bug alien thing. See, you can hardly see the growth bit there now because of all the grass coverings, but the pipe still sticks out. So overall, that doesn't look too bad apart from the little bit of cleanup I've got to do around the edge of the base, which will all be painted black anyway to give it a nice black round trim. The base is always the last bit I do, so I don't accidentally get some on the paint bit, essentially. I don't want to recover what I've painted with glue and painting material. So much for me being a lazy mini painter, eh? I've actually managed to get models completed tonight. I feel like I've done myself an injustice. I've not lived up to name. I've been productive. I might have to change my name to the Not So Lazy Mini Painting. No, you're kidding. I'm already a day late. I was supposed to do this last night. But instead I end up having 5 stone guards and 10 pyroblasters, I think they're called. Dudes with flamethrowers. That's him. And fourth one. There we go. So we have four models relatively complete, actually. I mean, I could do with doing his eyes, just some little dots. I can't actually see his eyes at all, so I'm not sure where they are. But I'm happy with the purple, yellow, green combination. Oh, it's a nice combination, actually. It's much better than I thought it was going to work out. So let's move that out of the way again. Otherwise, it's going to end up all over my desk. So let's see. Let's have a bit of a better look at him now. He is looking pretty dang fine, if I do say so myself. Not wiped off his base yet. Can do that now. See, the purple does come through in the shades, but not as brightly as it comes through on the back where the sun is actually hitting him. So the shaded areas do actually look shaded, which is nice. I am happy with my winged Tyranid Prime. I am also happy with my Neuro Tyrant. That was quite nice, that. And the Neuralides I'm also quite happy with. Ooh, so now I only have 2 of the models primed, which are the Psychophage and the Screamer Killer Carnifex. But it's going to take me as long as it took me to do all 4 of these as it took me to do 1 of those, because they're just ridiculous size. And it is getting to, 20 past 11. I do have stuff that I need to do tomorrow. However, since I've already done a 2-hour stream at the moment, I may do another stream this week. I know, shock horror, I don't usually do 2 streams in a week. But I'm having a lot of fun with these Tyranid models. I would like to get them all done, but it does mean I've got to prime all the others, which means getting the airbrush back off my brother-in-law. So I'm going to have to ask him for the airbrush, base all my other Tyranids, get them all ready. And then, yeah, I'm happy with the microphone's in the way. Let's see if I can actually get these into a position where I can. Yeah, see, I'm actually quite happy with them. They're more than easy to spot on a tabletop. And if I was to put them against, very easily tell them apart, which is going to be nice. It's going to be very nice. Yeah, I know I've got a big mess back there. So let's readjust this again. I forgot I've got more stuff on my desk now to be worrying about. That's why you're hearing dings and dongs, because I've got springs and armatures going off all over the place, as you can see. Well, here, right in front of the camera. It's light camera. Now, see, looking at that bit down there again, it's blending in a little bit too much for me in that section. So what I might do is, have we got any red? I'm going to drop just a little bit of red into the base of it, just to give it a tiny bit more definition. Because, yeah, that yellow's nice down there, but now it just blends in with the foliage that I've put in for the base of it. So I'm going to put a bit of red in, just see if I can deepen it out a little, as it is basing as opposed to kind of feather up a little bit into that green. Come around the back here and get this little section. There we go. It kind of makes that little section stand out a little bit more on the base, because it is actually part of the model as opposed to the foliage that I've put underneath it. And there is a dead guy under there, so it kind of makes sense that it's going to be blood and dripping stuff. So next time, I believe I will work solely on the count effects, the Screamer Killer, the big one, this one. I know we're supposed to do him this time round, but with me not being 100% on colour scheme, I wanted to get it down on this little fella first. And then, because of how dominant the brain feature was on this one, I wanted to get it on him as well. So, I'm going to call it that my... what could I call it? That is a good question. A successful experiment, shall we say. That was my successful experiment on how to paint Tyranids in the colour scheme that I wanted. I've still got a lot to do. I've got a long way to go. But at least I've got the colour scheme sorted. I know which part should be which colour now. I have references for when I want to do them. So that should be nice and easy for when I get around to it. So I shall see you all next time. Thank you very much for joining me on this weird, wonderful little trip that I've just been on to paint some biomass eating aliens. Hope you all have a nice evening. Drive safe, and I will catch you all next time. See you later.